As the title suggests, this is my review of season 2 of Hazbin Hotel. I have a lot of opinions and thoughts on this season, but first of all, I would just like to say your opinion does not matter against mine. I'm here to yap about my opinion. If you want to share your opinion, don't go in my comment section, make your own video. Oh, so sorry if my voice sounds like absolute dog water right now. I'm still getting over bronchitis, like I said before. I've had bronchitis for like 3 weeks now, and it sucks. So, without further ado, let's get into the season, I guess. So, we're gonna start off with my critiques of this season. One critique I have is that a lot of the main cast from the last season didn't get a lot of character development. And what I mean by that is, like, Charlie hasn't developed as a character at all this season. We get to see her be very narcissistic throughout the season, I guess, by, really only caring about her and the hotel's reputation and not the people around her as much anymore. And that upset me because I wanted to see good character development from them. And we did get good development from Vaggie, I would say. She's growing as a person, and that was good. I also feel like Angel Dust didn't get a lot of character development as well. He just kind of got like a one-off song, and then, the plot twist where it's like, oh, he's been working for Vox unintentionally without knowing, and he's being hypnotized since episode 4 of the last season. I'm like, yeah, I like that, but also you didn't give development. We just found out that he murdered his dad, and we're not gonna do anything about that until a future season. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of that kind of reveal, I guess. I feel like Alistair's development, he's never gonna develop. I just have a feeling he's never gonna develop as a character. He will only stay the same or get worse. And I feel like he was just a diva throughout the season. I feel like we got to see more of his personality, and I did enjoy that. I love Alistair, bro. I love him. And yeah. So now moving on to the V's. I think that they were great villain opportunities. I had a feeling, like, as soon as we knew the V's were going to be the villains, I was like, oh, they're going to break up, aren't they? Because Vox is going to get too power hungry and like his own ego too much. And you know what? I was right. I had my prediction before the season even aired that they were going to break up. I didn't predict, though, that Valentino would take them over. I love that Valentino took them over. Trigger warning. Okay, I love Valentino. Hot take right there. I know. I loved him during the first season. I just didn't like the way he treated Angel, and that was the only thing that was really wrong with him. Other than that, though, I love that he got a Disney princess moment when I think about the future. He's like, don't be dramatic. He's just a man. And that, I just loved his Disney princess era right there. It was so cute. Oh my god, I felt so bad for Valentino because his boyfriend just tried to leave them and he left their group essentially and just kind of fucked them over. I was like, ugh. Hashtag justice for Valentino. He deserved better this season, and I really hope he does a good job taking over the V's in the next season. I think he will. Velvet, I feel like she didn't change that much. She just kind of realized with Val that her and Val realized that Vox is not a good person. The man of the season, Vox. Okay. Vox was interesting this season. His ego was too big to fit on his screen, and then he got turned into an iPad. Like, I don't know what to say to that. He fucked his friends over, and I didn't like that. That made me mad. Now I'm gonna move on to the characters who are in heaven. So, Loot. I like that Loot is just a simmering villain in the background being held back. Like, I think that's a great thing. Because I feel like she'll never actually be the villain of any season in the future. I feel like she's just gonna sit there and simmer and just be pissed off until maybe she dies or something. I don't think she'll die. She'll just exist and just be pissed, I feel like, and just hate Vaggie. Also love Vaggie's new spelling. That was so cute. Okay. Another character that got development this season was Sarah. I really did love Sarah's character arc in a way. I wouldn't say arc. It's not quite an arc yet. But she is doing so much better this season than she was last season. She is just so much a better person this season. She cares about the sinners now. She understands what she did was wrong. She's trying to figure out how to cope with the fact that she killed people for 7 years and didn't know there was another way, and there was a nicer way of doing it. They're having to murder people and kill souls. Well, so where do those souls go? I want to know. Are they just gone? Like, I want that explained in a future season. Abel, I think, should have gotten more screen time this season. He didn't get enough time to do much, but I like that he stood up for himself in Hear My Hope and stood up for himself and told Luke to fuck off, go home, pack your bags, we're done, you aren't hurting people. And Luke accepted that because she saw part of Adam come through, and she kind of saw it as like an Adam's order, and she listened to Adam. And I really wish we get to see, more of that. I wish we got to see more of that this season, and not just one little glimpse of him. But I also do love the scared Abel. He goes on my Hear Me Out cake, just Abel. Yep. I think that the Speaker God could have done something during the finale, but she didn't have a single role in the finale, and that made me mad, because I really thought that she would have a role in the finale, and then she didn't. And then that was weird to me, because we introduced this big new powerful character, and she just exists and tells her, hey girl, chill. But spoiler warning here, I'm gonna just yap about some stuff that happened throughout the season. So Rosie owning Alistair's soul, that was a surprise to me. I really didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be Lilith because, the 7-year connection. I was like, well, that would make sense, wouldn't it? And then Rosie owns his soul. And I was like, whoa, dude. Whoa. I was very surprised when it happened. And now I kind of saw the foreshadowing. And I was like, oh, how did I not notice that sooner? And I really didn't like her character that much this season, to be honest. She was just kind of there, and I feel like she had a cuter role last season. She was like, oh, it's okay, honey, like, go talk it out with your girlfriend. And this season, she was just like, I own you, you're in debt to me, I don't owe you anything. And then she's like making deals with Alistair to get him to help them still, and I feel like Alistair now has another motivation, Lucifer, to stay at the hotel. And yeah. And his crush, Alistair, being in a chair the whole season just made me laugh, because I'm like, I know Alistair was like, Alistair has to know that Vox has a crush on him. Like, he has to know, right? Also, I want to know what happened to Vox, because he didn't die. I'm curious what happened to him. I hope we get to know in a future season, because he obviously didn't die. He just got turned into an iPad and kicked out of his friend group. Cherry, I feel like she was going through it. She got kind of thrown through it this season. And as we got to see, and I'm so happy that her and Penchas got to talk at the end of the season. That was really cute to me. I really liked that scene where they're like, oh, hi, and they're just talking to each other in front of all of hell on like a giant FaceTime. That was so cute. Penchas got messed up this season. He got messed up. I feel like they should have let him go back to hell. Like, what do you mean Emily can just spawn a portal and go, but she can't let Penchas go? Like, that seems so dumb. I hated that. That made me mad. That made me so mad. Our boy Husk didn't do anything except leave the hotel for, 2 episodes and then come back. I knew he was gonna come back. But, I was like, why are you leaving? To go gambling? Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. And then he's like, oh, my friends are in danger. Let me go help them real quick. I don't want him to die. My man crush, Angel. Can't let him die. So to sum this all up, I would say that I would give this season, 4.5 stars out of 5. Just because we didn't get a lot of character development from some main characters of the last season. And because of the pacing of the last 4 episodes. But other than that, everything was perfect. The art was the animation was a lot smoother this season. The colors were better. Alistair's skin tone was better this season, I would say. That was one big thing I noticed. And just generally, overall, the quality was better. And overall, yeah. So, without further ado, you should like this video so I can get it recommended to more people. like yourselves, because I know you clicked on the video, because you're watching it and you made it till the end, and yeah. And that's really all I have to say, so bye chiquitos!